I just want to go to COVID because Zoe knows that we're really, the numbers are growing in the in the Congress. Zoe, did you want to speak to public policy and COVID and what we anticipate in the weeks ahead?
Well, we have actually a testing site in the Congress for institutional employees, staff, as well as members of Congress to go in. Testing is essential. And if we find positive tests, we do contact tracing to try and make sure that we suppress this virus. We've seen a gigantic jump in the presence of Omicron as compared to the Delta virus. In just a week, it went from hardly any to 70%. We have seen a rapid increase in the positivity tests. The virus is racing through the House of Representatives, and we need to maintain our posture of caution while continuing to legislate. Very much of the staff is on remote work where they can be. I know, for example, my committee staff and personal staff are working from home most of the time, but there are some people who can't work from home. Obviously, the Capitol Police have to be physically present. So we're making sure that we do our very best to protect those who physically must be in the Capitol through adhering to the advice the attending physician has provided. We have, I think, if not 100%, close to 100% of the Democratic members have been vaccinated and boosted. Unfortunately, some of our colleagues on the other side of the aisle have declined to get that protection and continue to pose a threat to the rest of us. We have imposed a mask mandate for anybody in the building and on the floor. Unfortunately, some of our colleagues who are sort of performance artist members of Congress more than legislators have refused to wear masks, and we are instituting fines for those who refuse to take this simple step to protect others. I know that some members will physically gather on the 6th, and that's important because that attack on our democracy cannot be allowed to just pass by unrecognized. But all these steps will be taken to make sure that those who are physically present are protected. And I encourage everyone who can to participate virtually, and that is with virtue and virtually.
Well, thank you. So I do want to commend President Biden for what he is doing, because he is insisting on testing, and we need to get more tests available. Today was first day back to school, well, for my granddaughter, Bella, in public school in San Francisco, and she had to be tested to go back to school. So I know all moms and dads and family members with children in school want them to be in school safely. So testing. We've been saying that for nearly 2 years, for 22 months. Testing across the country. On Friday, the FDA approved the booster shot for younger children. Hopefully this week the CDC will give the go-ahead, but it will be available later in the week. So again, testing, vaccination, spatial distancing, as well as wearing masks, very important for us to crush this new version, this new variant of the virus. But again, it is something that the more it is transmitted, the more it mutates, and that causes other variants. So what we want to do is stop the transmittal, and that is masks, spatial distancing, vaccinations, and testing. And that is, again, what the president has been advocating, and we have to do more. And we we have to help other countries because we are never safe unless we are all safe. And he has put forth initiatives in that regard. And in the Congress, we have to provide the funds to do just that. And that's what Rosa DeLauro is working on in the Appropriations Committee.